Welcome back to the Decades Challenge. This is the first episode with actual gameplay. The first episode of the Decades Challenge was me when I created these guys, and then the second episode was when I created their lovely home, which I'm realizing I should probably give you a tour of because I didn't really do a tour in the video. So here's their sales table. This is where they're gonna be selling everything. Here's their garden with a beehive. This is a natural beehive, so they get, or a wild beehive, so they get wild honey from it. This is their garden. They don't have anything yet. It looks pretty bad. This is where she's gonna do her laundry. There's a little place for kids to play over there. This is their little mailbox, trash can. They have a dartboard because in the 1500s, which this is set in, the 1550s, they, the monarchs would actually, they had to practice archery every day. And we do not have archery in The Sims 4. Nor do we have an archery mod, which I looked everywhere for one, and I still couldn't find one, so we're just not going to have an archery mod, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. Hopefully in the future. These are our dummies so that we can hit them with swords. We actually don't have swords in The Sims 4. Sword fighting, but I have heard of some mods that might be coming out for sword fighting, like from Mizorayuki, so that would be really nice. Clutter. This is our honey press. This is where we put the honey in there, and then we press it, and then we get the honey out there, which I don't think you can actually use it while it's pressed up against this because he has to get behind it, press down on that. This is our butter churn, where we'll use it to make yogurt and butter and dairy and cream and other stuff. This is our toolbox, and our pumpkin carving table with a piece of paper I know not from. It's a piece of papyrus from the local town crier. It's not from a printing press or anything. Nobody knew how to read. This is our candle making table because we have to make candles somehow. This is our living room / dining room / anything else that you use in these. Okay, so my idea with putting the roof like this was so we could look up and see the thatched roof, but then we have things like this, which why do we need these? Can't I just look up and see my roof and not these? Anyways, we have a picture of the lovely King Henry VIII, who will die in the next 3 years, but that's okay. Actually, I think he may be dead already. Anyways, our family is strictly Catholic, so we have a picture of the old King Henry VIII, even though he was a terrible person, and the Peasants' Revolt was basically because of him. So we have a picture of him because, it was decreed everyone must have a picture of the king in their home. So we have a picture of a king of our home. I may get a picture of who's queen right now? There's 2 queens. in the period, like from the 1550s to the 1560s, there is Mary I and then Elizabeth I. Everyone is definitely more familiar with Elizabeth I, but that's okay. She's not queen yet. Actually, Bloody Mary is queen. And she got her name because she killed like 500 Protestants. Or like 300 or something like that. Anyways, back to the house tour. This is our picture of the king, King Henry VIII. This is our Bible. It's the Catholic Bible. It is all 66 books, except for the ones the Catholics didn't like. We have lots of different tapestries. Because I'm assuming one of the people in their family line was a really good embroiderer or cross stitcher or whatever. So that's fun. We have lots of little lutes here for them to play. If you're wondering what these tiny little stools are, these are actual real historical items. I definitely didn't just size down regular size stools. No, they're called, what are they called? They're called like crunch stools or screech stools or creeping stools. That's what they're called. They're called creeping stools, and they're called creeping stools because it was usually really cold, so they would sit by the fire, but they didn't want to get too hot, so they would creep forward and backward on these little tiny stools. But this is their main fireplace. I'm not sure if it actually works. I did not do any playtesting at all on it, so here's to hoping. We'll go in through to the parlor now. This is the parlor. The parlor was really just a kitchen, but wow. Look, you can see the roof. No, it's terrible. Anyway, here is our old ye old cookbook, which where we'll be cooking most of our food at. We have a cute little trash can. I cluttered this up so much because I really wanted it to be cluttered. I don't know if they would actually have that much food, but if you think about like over time, they may have had this much food at one point, but it probably all got eaten and then replaced. But this isn't gonna get eaten, so it's just gonna get replaced. This is our stove. I wanted to get a really medieval one, which this one still isn't really ideal. But there is not really much modern to it. You know, it's stone. It's got a pizza thing where you can pull food out of this little cooking oven thing. And then it also has another oven over here with like a piece of metal that maybe we got, from the future. And then we have some fish on the table. We just had like a little inside table inside the kitchen table, different from the dining table out here, which is really big with benches and stuff, where like the whole peasant family, like uncles, aunts, grandmas, cousins, they would all go sit and eat. This is our storage room. It's got lots of different storage for winter and stuff, for when we need to get food out for winter. And if we go upstairs, this will be the children's room. They don't have anything in here, obviously, because they have no children. We'll head back down the stairs through this door, and we'll go through into the bathroom area. So this area, it's just like a bathroom. It's got a changing table, a tub for like grown-ups and stuff. It's got a tub for toddlers, a chamber pot, a water basin for like your feet, I don't know, and then they also have something for your hands to wash, like a barrel. And if we go up the stairs one more time, this is the parents' room. We have two little peasant cradles there. This is our loom where we'll make all of our clothing at once she learns how to make clothing. And this is their bed. It's not a very nice bed, but it's better than hay. So, hay. I'm pretty sure we only have one more place to show you, which is the backyard. So we'll just head back there real quick. Also, these little mats on the floor, these are for extra family members that have nowhere else to sleep. They just sleep on the floor. Okay, so if we head out this door, we have our little wood chopping block where we can use to chop up all of our wood for our fire. And this is for building houses. We have our lovely chicken coop here, which the chickens could probably get out of. But that's okay. We don't have any chickens yet, but maybe we'll trade something for some chickens or something. This is our blacksmith area. I'm assuming that all this blacksmith stuff, he's just gonna sell it all to the kingdom, but he hasn't got a chance yet, or something. I don't know. Also, this doesn't work, so we have a little woodworking table down there, which I hope works. Anyways, back to the challenge. So this is the... Oh my gosh, look at his eyes. I love his eyes. I'm gonna take a screenshot of his eyes. That's so funny. Anyways, this is Edmund Esyngwald and this is Margery Esyngwald. I'm just gonna take a quick break and show you my spreadsheet for the challenge. So I took a lot of inspiration from Morbid's and Stephen Casey's challenge, which I'll go and we'll look at those rules right afterwards. But this is my timeline. Not all of it is mine. A lot of it is copy and pasted from Morbid and Stephen Casey. We are starting with two teens. There is Edmund Esyngwald and Margery Esyngwald. Margery is originally from Ireland, but we'll kind of get into that later. Edmund is English. He was born in 1532, which would make him 18, and she's 16. So they're not very old, but here's our timeline. So this is something I got from Steph Casey. I don't know if she goes by Steph Casey or StephandMinnie, but it is called StephandMinnie, so I'm not sure. Anyways, Steph's challenge kind of had this harvest for each season. You only harvest once a season. You only take a bath once a season. You go to church every Sunday, and you roll for what your farm is going to be like every Sunday, and then you plant on Mondays, which I love that idea, but I usually only play in double weeks, so I'll play 14-day seasons. Years and seasons they didn't match up anyway, but now they just don't match up at all, but I'm okay with that. So I just think of Game of Thrones, you know how winter's really long and summer's really long. Anyways, so I am going to be doing this twice a season. So each of these harvests, they are only going to be bathing once a season because once a week, because in the olden days, I suppose, they really only bathed once or twice a year. They didn't think it was a necessity, really. They also drank a lot of urine, which I will not be having my Sims do. I did, however, take, I guess it's kind of the same, but I did kind of take a lot of this age stages from Morbid Gamer and StephandMinnie, I guess, but a lot of the roles are definitely from Morbid Gamer. I loved her roles. So I was reading, and it said that 1 in 8 women died while they were giving birth. But this was in the 1700s, so it was probably worse in the 1500s. But I am just going to roll 1 through 8 for the mother when she gives birth. So and if she rolls a 1, she does still have a chance of living, because if she rolls a 1, then I'll roll a dice 2, and if she rolls a 2, then she'll be infertile. Which means she can't really have any more kids, but that's okay. Sometimes that's a good thing. And then obviously all of the other, they have their own roles and stuff. These over here are our roles for the farm. So we have a few different things that we can roll, and that will really make farming a lot more interesting, I suppose. We also have marriage and babies and war and events. I am just going to pop over to Morbid's rules real quick. So Morbid Decade Challenge, I love her Decade Challenge. It is amazing. She's almost on her 10th generation, and it's kind of insane, but I'll be linking these below, by the way, if you want to also follow them along. So I will be following a lot of like this huge part of the first part of this role page, like pregnancies and descendants and marriages, and maybe not illnesses, because I have my own illnesses in the game, and those illnesses will kind of happen when they get dirty, or the house is dirty. They'll get sick. They'll get like scarlet fever or typhoid or dysentery or whatever. But anyway, so there's that rules page, and then there's also StephandMinnie's. StephandMinnie's is set in the 1700s, but I really like the way that she sets everything up. She has like this MC settings that, you know, gives you all of the percentages and stuff. But we will also be following a lot of these rules as well. The toddlers, or babies I should say, they are going to be wearing frocks. So they're going to be wearing frocks until they are around 3 years old, as she says. Most of the time, I do it either the first 2 years, the first 3 years, or the first like 2.5 years. I'll usually, when they're toddlers, I'll count them, since their lifespan is 18 days, I will count them from 9, so they'll spend half their life as a toddler in frocks, and the other half as, in more grown-up clothes and stuff. Okay, now that all of that is all done, we did a tour of the house, we went over the spreadsheet, we went over the rules. Now we can actually start playing the game. So these are our founders, Margery and Edmund. I almost called him Edward. They are actually not married yet. So that is what we're going to be doing, is getting them married today in this episode, in the first episode, and we'll be getting them married, and we'll also be hopefully having our first child, which will be very nice. I'm excited to have our first child. So I'm not sure if it will actually let them get married. I'm not sure I have that setting on, but they are having their first kiss, which is adorable. I think he may actually be a little bit shorter than her. which is interesting. I love starting out with teens because teens are just... Most everyone was a teenager back then. Everyone got married as a teenager and stuff. So you were like 14 if you got married, so... Can you propose? I may have to change this in settings if you can't. Because I'm not sure if I have it enabled or not. Oh, yeah, it is. I just saw it. You can propose. I wonder if she'll say yes. She may say no because, you know, they just met today. So she may say no. Oh, she looks like she's gonna say no. Yeah, she said no. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. I knew it was gonna happen. It's not like I wanted it to happen. Oh, and now he's sad. Whoa, this is so sudden. We just shared our first kiss and now you want to be married? Because we can't have children unless we're married. That's why, Margery. The funny thing is if I have her propose to him after she just said no, he'll say no. And then it'll just be this big yes-no thing. I may actually just send them to church today. Usually I send them to church when they're not children. I'll send them to church through the religion mod. But for now, because they haven't discovered religion yet, I'm just going to send them to church through this. We'll see if we can get them proposed after they get back. Timing is everything. Don't be rude like that. We may actually just head straight to the church to see if he can propose to her there. Because we do need to get this farming thing on the mend. We also need to roll for what our farm will be. So I am just gonna go and roll real quick. I'll show you guys the roll. Because I already went to church today, so we're gonna roll. 1 is crops blight, 2 is double crop harvest, 3 is unfertile soil, 4 is double crop harvest, 5 is bug zone, and 6 is none. So we're going to be rolling a dice 6. So I'm just going to click on this. First one that pops up, it is 2. So we have double crop harvest. So that means on Wednesday this week, we get to harvest. I'm just gonna write this down really quick. So we're gonna get their things maxed out real quick. Oh look, another carriage we just went by. We're gonna get their things maxed out, and then we're gonna head over to the church. Okay, screw it. We're gonna go now. What? Who's dying? This has been happening a lot in my Sims game. Where there's some random sim in some random place has dropped dead. It reminds me of like The Sims Medieval, when people would just drop dead over by the cemetery. And you would go over there and they would be dead and it would like be bad for morale or whatever. But now apparently a sim has died somewhere and I have no idea where. Ooh. So frustrating. So now we have to wait for the sim to finish dying. And he's tired. We're getting married today. Shh. You're fine. We have a duty. You know, the world only has like 50 people in it. We need to populate the world. Oh my gosh. Will this sim just like die already? Is it gonna happen here? Are you gonna be the one to die? Hey, look, it's the queen. She is. That's Mary the First, otherwise known as Bloody Mary. She was the first female queen of England. She was also the daughter of Henry VIII's first wife, Catherine of Aragon, or Aragon, or whatever it is. Oh, she dislikes mischief? Margery doesn't feel right about all these tricks and games. Should she turn a new leaf and accept that she dislikes mischief? Yeah. She doesn't like mischief. She doesn't like fun. She's against it. She's very against fun. Oh my gosh, is this sim, like, can this sim die any slower? Also, I put the Goths in my game. So far they've had a third child. Can't remember what that child's name was. It gave me like the like when I first got in the game. Yeah, Fernanda. That's what they named their third child. So they have Cassandra, Alexander, and Fernanda. It actually seems pretty on par for their naming scheme. Can they, like... We need to get married in a church. These people need to die faster. You know, I thought I had it set on... I know we play it tomorrow. I thought I had it set for... like... Sims cannot die on lot. Apparently, that's very untrue. They can die on the lot. As they are dying right now. I can't even save. We may have to just get them married here. Which I'm not a fan of doing. I want them to get married in their church. Because I built a church just for them to get married in. But I can't even build to go build an arch. Grr. Do you want to try proposing now? It kind of feels you can't propose because you're depressed because she rejected you. Oh my god. And we have people coming over. Oh, look at that. The person finally died. Okay. Once the welcome wagon starts, I'm destroying it. I'm leaving it. You know, actually we need friends. But these people don't look medieval. Leave, everyone leave. We have a wedding to go to. Do you want to go use the chamber pot before we go to our wedding? No! Again? Why? Why do you come on my lot and die? I don't get it. Mortimer Goth died? But he was fine. I just saw him. What? You know, actually, I think that the neighborhood stories mod, it's not a mod, it's actually like a function they put in the game. I think the neighborhood stories is severely broken already. And I think this because people just keep dying. And they die on my lot. And I have on NPC Command Center set that they won't die on my lot, but they're still dying on my lot. And it won't let me save, it won't let me... It's frustrating. It's a pretty good thing I'm playing the history challenge, and we barely ever leave the lot anyway. So that's nice. Off to the Peterin Church. Peterin Church, yes. It is technically... We also have Little John's Chapel over here. We have a few other houses, but they're mostly set in the Georgian period. I need to go in and change them all to medieval. Because I kind of just took my... Oh, look. There's a baby. I have no idea what happened to Cassandra. She's somewhere. We do have lots of, like, little families, though. I just need to go through and change them all from, like, older decades to later decades. I mean, the other way around. I need to change them from older decades to later decades. Off we go, we're going to go get married. Okay, so we've loaded in now. They are in their cold weather. We're gonna get them changed into their party wear or their formal wear, depending on which is nicer. They didn't actually have wedding dresses back then. They just kind of dressed in the nicest clothes they had. So that's what we'll be doing. We're gonna put her in this beautiful green dress. So we're gonna change into their clothes real quick. And then don't judge me cheating up their needs. We just started the Let's Play. I just want my Sims to get married, okay? Propose. Please, oh god, if you say no, Margery, I will be so angry. Just say yes. Just say yes, Margery. What else are you gonna do with the next 30 years of your life? Please say no. Please say no. Please say yes. Please say yes. I don't know why I said that. Please say yes. Who is this ghost? Bernard. Hi, Bernard. What? Okay. Yay, they're engaged. You have to pee, but I don't care. Weddings, if you haven't heard, in The Sims 4 are absolutely atrocious. So what we're actually gonna do is go here and we're just gonna get married. Because we're not gonna hold an actual wedding because that would be a disaster. We don't need disastrous weddings. I just want cute weddings with cute pictures. That's all I want. No. Wait, you can't actually get married here? Alright, okay. Go here. I don't care. You guys are getting married, whether it's an elopement or not. I swear to god if you can't elope. Things... Why? Can I just have a wedding? For God's sakes. You guys are engaged, right? I'm pretty sure you're engaged. You just got engaged. You're engaged. Like... Does it need a second to, like, process this? Or... like, what's happening? Okay, I'm gonna give them 50 more simoleons so that they can afford a wedding. Oh my god. What have I started? At a wedding. I don't think we can get married if we're not at a... Is it just an event? Did it... How do I get married? Something is very broken in this game. To the point that my Sims can't get married. I am gonna quit the game real quick, come back and see if I can't fix it. because I don't know why it's being so broken right now. Okay, we're back. Yes, they can get married now. So, I had to go and take out a few things, but it is all fixed now. I'm gonna change them into their outfits real quick, and then they will be getting married, thank God. It only took forever for me. For you, it probably took like 2 seconds, but get married. Here they go. Seriously? Way to put a downer. I just want you guys to have a nice, happy wedding. Can you do that? Thank you. I love how she's still wearing her peasant's hat. And usually they would have like a big old priest standing behind them, but that's not today. Come on. Oh, he's... Guys. What, did you just look at your phone? Seriously? Seriously? Yes. $4 ring. And there they go. They're married. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Aww. They're officially a couple. Anyway, that is where I'm going to end this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more on parts. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.